And I see we've got Andrea and Sybil and Vicky in the house.
Yep, looks like it.
Hi, Shel.
Hi, Peg. There's Rennie.
We were just talking about caffeine.
Yeah, we were talking about caffeine and the new Panera charged lemonade with natural caffeine in it. I got one the other day, overpriced, really delicious, and I was very caffeinated after I drank that because I don't usually drink coffee. So I was like,
You want to get stuff done in a hurry? That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy, good morning. So, ATCs.
Still doing ATCs.
Yeah.
I've got to do number 9 and number 11, I think, today, because you guys are not going to believe this, but I've got people coming and taking over my studio to sleep in for 2 weeks, and some other stuff going on. So I have all my videos already pre-filmed, scheduled for all the way to the end of the month.
You rock.
On here, I've circled the ones that I'm doing live so that I'll not do those, and then all the rest of them are done.
You rock, because I am nowhere near that. I played around yesterday. I was talking to some friends, and you know how it is when you start talking to friends, you get some ideas. And I did do this one. This is the magazine page for yesterday, which was number 8. And what I did is I used some Citrusolve paper. You guys do magazine pages with Citrusolve? I love doing this stuff. Yeah. So that's what
doing magazine today.
That's what this one was, but I will probably glue some more of that kind of stuff down because I don't know how far I'll get today. But while we were talking yesterday, I started talking about some other things that are on the list, which is stencils and gel printing. And so, I started making a background here. This is a stencil piece with the, what is this, book text paper. So it's kind of a combo. You guys see that? And this is a little stencil from our friend Carla at What If NC Etsy store. She has lots of these little ATC stencils, which are nicely priced and nice to use on small things like this. So check her out. And then I use this other one on the music paper background, which is here. But what we were talking about was the shrink plastic. And that's what this piece is. It's got shrink plastic on here. So I was going to talk about some of that today and do some of that with you guys because it seems like it was a new thing to some people. Hey, Barb, Ingrid, hello. Cindy. Got coffee, good.
Shrink plastic was new?
Well, evidently what they were seeing me doing was new to them.
Oh.
So up above from 6 years ago, it's nothing new. From up above in the comments from 6 years ago was a video where I was doing these types of things with shrink plastic. Okay. So you can go and watch that after the show if you're interested in this kind of stuff. I will show you. This morning I was die cutting some plastic. That's what this stuff is. And I've got an assortment because it comes in different colors. It comes in clear. But what I wanted to do today with the shrink plastic was do a little gel printing because, number 10 is gel printed, right?
Right.
This is a piece of shrink plastic that I gel printed this morning. And I'll just show you as I shrink this down what that looks like. So I probably need some tweezers so I don't burn myself. Hey, Terry, good morning.
Good morning, Peg.
Oh. Okay. Other people are talking to me.
Good morning, Peg. I'm a very proper young man who must say good morning.
That was funny.
So I'm working on magazine page today because I thought that was today's, but maybe that was yesterday. But I didn't post anything yesterday, so I just cut out a pretty girl from a magazine, and I'm gonna do an altered magazine piece, but I put it over the top of a gel printed background. I glued it down with glue stick, but now I'm putting some clear gesso over the top. And hopefully I can get that not to bubble, but I just wanted to seal up those inks. It is bubbling. You stupid thing. I didn't get it glued down well enough up at the top there. But I wanted to get all those inks from the magazine sealed in before I start messing with it. So, because you know they will move. They will absolutely move. But I don't want those stupid wrinkles. I should have done a better job of gluing it. Oh well. So the background was gel printed cardstock with some stencils and a couple layers of gel printing on there. It was really pretty. I wish I didn't have to cover that much of it up. I liked it. I liked it as it was. Dang it.
Missing all the good stuff. Hey. That stuff is kind of amazing, isn't it? I mean, this was the translucent because you can still see through it a little bit. So if I put a color behind it, you're going to see that through there. And I just die cut the piece. So, I mean, let me get out my gel plate because I was playing around with it this morning.
Yeah, I thought you already had it out. I thought I saw it this morning.
I did have it out because I was playing with it. So, and I'm going to use some of these. I've got these Marabou alcohol inks. Do you guys have these? I have not used them enough, so I'm going to put some Marabou down.
I have them. They are so cool. This, well, one of them is so cool.
This one is the rainbow.
The rainbow. That's the coolest thing
It's
ever.
got sparkle.
And I don't think that it comes in any of the other brands.
No, I don't think it does. I haven't. Well, they have some pearlized ones and some other things, but not the sparkly unicorn type rainbows.
That's so cool.
So I've got some paint and stuff down here. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to get some of that alcohol ink down because, you know, if it picks up some of that paint, I'm good with that because it just adds more texture and stuff in here. I'm going to move some of that alcohol over to the other plate. Got more of them out here. And I'm going to take some watercolor card. I'm going to blot up some of that excess there because I'm not going to need all of it. So this will become a background for something else.
What colors do I want? Orange. I definitely want orange.
And now I've got this up here. I'm going to take a stencil because we were talking about stencils and stuff too. So this one is from Stencil Girl, and it was a Stencil Club one. So if you don't know about Stencil Club, check that out. But I've got all that texture there. So you see what I did is I just took a piece of the sanded translucent and I just picked up some of that on my plastic, my poly, my shrink paper, and got some texture on there with my gel plate. like so.
I guess I didn't get any magenta, did I?
And I'm just trying to pull some of that through those openings and get a little texture on that piece. Now I've got this on my plate.
This chick has the weirdest clothes on. Just see.
And I think I'm gonna take some paint or something. What do I want here? Let's take some. I've got a light color of. Here's some Dina Wakeler Media in a turquoise. Just a little drizzle of that. And let's get a little drizzle of, here's some Delusions white. Thing I find about the Delusions is they're kind of translucent. They're not real opaque. Oh, maybe I don't have that open. I don't have that open. Well, whoops. Making a hot mess. Like I do.
That's the way to go.
Okay, so there's that. And I'm just going to lightly brayer some of that color down. Just want a real thin coat. And I will come back with that same stencil. Put that on there and get my piece of plastic and start picking up some of that through the stencil. You guys see that? So, gel printing with shrink plastic. What fun, right?
Absolutely.
So I've got some more of that on there. I'm going to pull this.
I'm not on screen anymore. At all.
Back, pick up some more. So when this shrinks down, it'll still be translucent, but there will be opaque spots where the paint is here. You guys see that? Shel? Oh, she's kind of going off frame, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I got myself too zoomed in here, so I put it back on.
Okay.
Ooh, stop being
so. And then what I do is, I can get a punch, I can get a die cut, I can get, lots of different things to cut this with. Let me just grab a punch. I might be able to get a couple out of this one. It's kind of big. Let's see. So this is a 3.5 inch circle. See how much I can get out of here. Maybe not. Maybe just one. So there's a 3.5 inch circle. And remember that when you shrink this, it shrinks down about 75%. So you're not going to get a whole lot out of this, but I could make, just a shape or something. So I could take my scissors and just cut cut a strip like that, and this could be shrunk down, and I could mount something with that. So just play around with your excess pieces and see what you can get. I mean, even this would be kind of fun if you shrunk it down because, it's going to have the opening that you can put something into. So, think about your stuff in a different way. And then if you're going to, if you're going to glue it flat, you don't necessarily have to have a hole punched in it, but I like, if I'm going to add ribbon or some dangles or something, I like to have my hole punches. And I have a number of different hole punches. Here's a square, and these Fiskars ones are really pretty nice hole punches. You need something kind of sturdy because you're punching plastic. So some of the cheaper ones from the dollar store don't always want to work real well for you. But if I wanted to add some dangles to this, I could punch a few little hearts. Down here at the bottom. And then I've got a place to thread dangles. And then remember that your hole's going to shrink too. So you need a fairly substantial hole at the top if you're going to hang it from something, and come in from the edge a bit so that you have a place to shrink. So, and then you can use a box, you can use a pie tin like I'm using. This will heat up, which helps do the shrinking. But, have something so you're not going to burn yourself like some tweezers. And then you can start heating this, and you'll see it start to shrink. Hi, Minka. And then I usually just take a block or something and put on top to help flatten it. And there's your little shrink piece. You can see the little heart holes at the bottom. Let me get this out of here. So I've got a place to take some thread or wire and add here on the bottom of my piece. And there's a couple done that way. And these would be fun, to add to your card. You can add this as another layer or background piece. And this one was done with a white plastic. So you can see I've got several different things here. This one is a completely clear plastic. This is a black shiny plastic poly. This is a one that's been, what do you call that? Sanded. Yeah, that's one that's been sanded. So if you are, going to add these, you can see how big this is to start with and how much can shrink down. Something that's nice on the black surface is a metallic. So let me grab some metallic paint. Let's see what we have here. I grabbed a few different paints here. This is actually a neon. This is a metallic. But you need, if you're going to use neon, you probably want to use a metallic first because it's going to be a little more translucent on this dark surface. So let me get my gel plate back here. And let's do a little bit of this. I like this kind of tealy blue. This is called teal. Oh, imagine that. Teal, metallic. Oops. Didn't get that shaken well enough. These have been sitting for a while. Teal and copper.
Teal and copper, a great combination. Love it.
Barb says she needs more coffee.
Too early, huh?
Zentangles. Love Zentangles. Vicky does the best tangles. Yeah, so we've got another hop coming out
tomorrow.
So
yep, be sure you're here for the hop tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm liking that combo.
So I'm just painting weird colors over his face, like you do.
What have I got here for a stencil? Because we still are on stencils. Let me get this. This is one of my absolute favorite stencils. I introduce everybody to that one because I love it. And what do I want that on? Let's do that heart. Because that's kind of cool. If I can get that to transfer. Yeah, got some of it. I want some more though.
Sometimes little teeny tiny things are hard.
Yeah, sometimes they are.
Is that? Yeah.
And just know that when you're putting paint on plastic that's going to shrink, you want a real thin layer. Because remember, that paint's got to shrink down too.
Yeah, that is true.
So let me pick up some of this. Get some background color on some more card. There's that. And that. And where's that one we were just doing? This is the one I was using for cleanup before. Let's get some more texture on this and color. And then, you know, alcohol on black is not going to show up. And that's why I moved to the metallics. But I'm wondering if this sparkly stuff will work on there. So I'm going to try it. You know me, I love to experiment. So
it would seem like it would. I would think so, right?
I'm going to try some of that because I'm thinking that would be kind of cool. put a couple of drops of this in there. It's not going to tint much at all. Okay, because it's alcohol and acrylic, and so it's not mixing real well. But I'm going to take this other stencil and see if I can get some of that sparkle going on. Give it a try, right?
That's all you can do.
So that you can see that there's some marks going across there. So let's set this aside and heat set this and see what happens. Because I like to experiment.
Experimenting is the most fun thing.
Now that pink might intensify a little bit as it dries or as it shrinks because it's going to condense a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I can see a little tinge of pink in there. You guys see that? I'll show you in just a minute as soon as I get it flattened out here. New Hampshire, Minnesota. Hey, Laura.
What are they talking about?
Well, I'm trying to follow. I was in the middle of stuff. Minka was going to dinner. Laura joined us from up north.
Yeah.
She's talking about cool rainy weather. And Nell is here. Good morning, Nell. Hi, Pam. So yeah, Pam's from Minnesota. So they were talking about weather, 80s, sunny. Whoops.
Ah, weather. Okay. Well, all I can say about weather for me is turn down the oven.
Yeah.
Because I'm cooked. It's really hot here. But that's cool. That's what.
So all of these.
If we didn't want hot, we wouldn't live in Arizona.
All of these can become embellishments then. And here's one I did. And here's the thing. Remember I was telling you, that these are going to shrink about 75%. Here's I did a flower this morning, just taking the clear and doing a flower and adding some color to it. See how tiny this gets? You get little teeny tiny embellishments like this. So that's kind of fun. So let's see, which I need to think about today's ATCs, don't I? Oh, I wanted to do this umbrella guy too, because I think he's kind of cool. So I did it. I punched it out in both clear and the black. We'll see if I get to that. But any of those dies, larger dies, would be good. Those made pretty cool backgrounds with my gel plate. So this one was the music paper. So all I did was I took some music paper like this and glued it down. And I used a stencil because we're talking about stencils too. And put this on here. And the stencil I used was this one from Messy Table Studio. No, sorry. She has some stencils with Carla. So, check out her Etsy store also because she has some cool stuff. And that's Vicky. She's right here with us. But what I meant to say was Carla with What If NC. And Vicky or somebody, if you want to put links into those Etsy stores, that's fine with me. I don't care. See if we can help our fellow artisans. Okay, so I'm going to just cut out the music paper. There's lots of ways that you can do this. This is a music book that I had picked up at a secondhand bookstore. You can go to like those half-price bookstores and places like that and get all kinds of different books. The scientific books that have all the cool stuff in them, or the if you like flora and fauna, you can get those kind of books. But oh, look at that. It turned out kind of cool. It's got the Allegretto. All right. Can't talk today. And then the same thing with this is a book that I got in a secondhand, and looks like it's in German. So I can't even read it, but I thought, it's a different type of text. And because I like things that are a little bit different, I did that. And that's what this one is. It's glued down the same way that I did the music paper. Oh, good. What fell on the floor now? I pulled out a drawer that had punches in it. Yeah.
Now they're on the ground. Yeah. Happens to me every time.
So, yeah. So what if NC? And Messy Table Studio is what I'm using today. So this one I thought was kind of cool because it had the circular motion thing going on. This one I stenciled a couple of times with this stencil in different colors. So I used Inca Gold in this copper color and a teal ink to create that background. But let's do something different on this one. Let's take, I've got another stencil. I think this one is from, I think it was from a set from Stencil Girl, but I cut them apart. So it's kind of fun. But I'm going to add some color. To that paper. And I've got this metallic teal out here, so let's just do that. There's lots of ways to altering your surfaces. So that's a pretty color. And then I want to add this wavy design. So I'm going to take a little bit of another color here. It's just plain white. And a tool. And I want to add some texture on here. Like that.
Get so much water on there. That's the question.
And I've still got paint on my tool, so I'm just going to edge this one with that paint, because why waste it, right? And you can do the same thing with these pieces. You know, now that you've got it done, you can come around and edge. These, you know, if I want to lighten that edge on this, coming back and do that. So lots of ways to play around here. And I will throw that in my bucket of water. Do a little bit of cleanup in aisle 4. So I like that because it kind of emulates water ripples or something like that. Pam says she needs to retire. We all need to retire. So try to get the lid back on my paint before I dry it out. And what do I want on there? Got some white stays on. Just going to edge that with that white stays on. Kind of pulls your eye back in there a little bit. Okay. So for this one, I wonder if I still have it is dry. I like this little whale. He's kind of cute. So I'm going to plug in because this is a little bit heavier, I'm going to use a couple kinds of glue on here. I've got my glue gun that I'm heating, and I'll use some 3-in-1 from Beacon. But I want to put a saying on there too. not sure where those are.
There's any pink left.
Well, not finding what I thought I would.
All right, where's my white?
So that means I will just have to do it myself. Piece of fish would be fun in there too. Picked up a few other stamps while I was over there. Through the ages, every generation has asked, what is art? Well, this is art. Now, that's enlightenment. Has come now that enlightenment has come upon you, go forth and create. That's kind of fun, right? So I might use that someplace. But for this one, I think I will just draw.
See if I can get this to work. Probably not.
I should have some little bitty fishes, shouldn't I?
If you have little bitty fishes, you should always use them.
You would think I would have a punch or die or something that has little bitty fishes.
You would think so.
Anyway, I'm gonna put some of this super heavy duty glue on the back of this so it doesn't go anywhere. And add some hot glue to hold it in place while I'm doing other things.
I always keep trying these dumb pins. Ugh. They never work, and I just keep trying. Dumb gel pins. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
So I'll just draw a few little fishes.
Yeah, she's a pretty cool chick.
And I think it might need some bubbles, some sparkly bubbles. Since we've got metallic background, right?
Makes sense to me.
Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything today.
Very different than when it started, which was the intention, is to get it altered.
Whoa.
Avalanche? She might be having an avalanche.
I think it was an avalanche. Okay, so I was looking for my Marby jewel picker because I was going to glue down some of these little sparkles.
I think you should. All right, I just think I need like some sort of words, something. Do I have anything like snarky? Snarky would be good.
Snarky's always good.
But they're so big, I don't know if they're going to fit. If I can find something that's not. They're so big. Has to cut them down, so I don't know if they will fit.
Okay. I'm definitely overdoing it with the sequins, so I guess I better quit.
Can you ever really overdo it?
I can. Believe me, I can. But a sequin in the middle of this little flower would be kind of cute too. So let's do that. You know, a little shrink plastic flower. Let's do this one. And then, so you can just keep building. Let's get bead or something else. Here. I got sparkle everywhere today. I've got these jumbo glitter. Let's get a little jumbo glitter right in the center. See if I can pick that up. It's so tiny. There, can you guys see that? Little bitty shrunk plastic. And pour a little bit of that out. These can go on here too. Cover the hole in the sequin, maybe.
That's straight. Frackin'.
Uh-oh. She's talking to it.
Be straight. There.
That did not want to stay put.
Come out of there. This is exactly what I just did when I looked at the outfit that this chick was wearing. I rolled my eyes out loud. I was like, oh, that's so ugly. And it was from a fashion magazine. I'm like, ugh.
Rolling your eyes out loud is allowed, you know.
Yeah. Well, when I look at the fashion crap that they come out with.
Yeah, it's definitely not made for the average person, right?
It's not made for anybody. Some of that stuff that came out that I, see these men in these puffy pants, and I just, ugh. Just no. Not practical, not attractive. So why would you wear it? So that's my magazine page one, which I believe might have been yesterday's. Not sure. So let's move on to the other one I needed to do, which was book text paper. I need to do that one.
Okay.
So my stenciled and gel printed are on the hop tomorrow. So if you guys are wondering about those. So I'm going to do book text paper. And I have a watercolor card. And I have some book text. And I figured I'd start with that. It's actually magazine text, but we're just going to pretend it's book.
So this one was actually music paper. Both of these were music paper. So there's that. And then I had a magazine paper one, which was yesterday. I've been working with stencils, so let's finish this one out. This is that stenciled one from What If NC. This is some of that painted paper that we just created. Do I like?
Make sure you're all stuck down here.
Actually, that piece is too dark. Let's use some of this other book text since we're doing book text. Yeah.
I meant to show you guys one thing that you can do with magazine that I meant to actually do it on my card, but then I got distracted by this other thing. But if you have some dark colored, I know you guys have seen this before, but I'll show you again just in case there's somebody out there that hasn't seen it. I need some software here. So you can take the dark pages. It can be dark blue, dark whatever, or even you can do it with lighter colors too. But then you just put a stencil underneath it, and you can take some of these little sanding blocks And when you sand it, it makes such interesting collage paper because it sands that top layer of ink from the magazine page off and becomes like that. And no one ever knows, like how did you do that? Like, oh, I'm never gonna tell. It's a secret.
Well,
And
and it's really fun. Like I like to do that on those Citrusolve pages. You know, I was showing you the Citrusolve pages earlier
yeah,
because you get really interesting marks with the ink from the magazine pages, but then when you're using a stencil for that texture, it becomes really interesting.
yes, it does. Oh, there's a blob under there.
Oh, there we
Glue
go.
blob. Not my fault. I didn't do it. I think I'm going to just give this a little bit of gesso. Just so. But it's not going to be clear gesso this time. It is going to be white gesso. And I'm just going to mix it with a bit of water on my brush so that it's thinned out. And I'm just going to go over this and kind of obscure some of this seriously texty text.
I like this.
It'll also seal the paper and seal the ink and all that shebingy bangy that you want to do. And if you think you got too much, you can wipe it back a little bit. I got some strange bubbles in there from the glue stick. The glue stick must have had goobers.
Could actually go on to that piece. Okay, so I'll add something to that.
All right, I'm gonna get some colors. Ink, and I think I'm gonna use archival ink. I got some kind of brighter ones and some more distressy ones. And I'm just gonna continue on with this idea of text. I also have a little bit of tissue paper here that has some text on it as well. I'm just going to save this little butterfly guy. Might use some of that. And I've got some stamps. I just move that. I got some larger ones and some smaller ones. Just continuing this idea of text, but I wanted to look for some translucent papers also that are a little bit colored. Like this one is translucent. That one's translucent. So that would be rice paper, tissue paper, that type of stuff. And the paint on it over the top of it is also translucent, so that it's just a little bit see-through. There's a neutral. That might be interesting, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
So this quote says, "We dream of sunny days." I'm dreaming of that because we've had a lot of rain here lately. There's that one for book text. And you can see I use the same paper, but in different colors here with a stencil in the background. So that one was number 11, I think. Yeah, because this one was 8, right? I can't keep track of the numbers. Magazine was 8. Gel printed was 9 was stenciled. Gel printed was 10. And so let's do one of those gel print backgrounds.
Colorways do I want? I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with the bright
13.
ones again.
Yet. I can put it back up here. Okay, so these were Hugs and Fishes, and the Make Today Amazing were music paper, which was 12. Okay. Hard to keep track of. So I've got those done. And then this also includes some gel printing. And I like this one. So I'm thinking I like this. Maybe not. It's kind of big. She's kind of big. I need to go to. No. What else do I have? Where's that? Let's shrink this guy down. Let's do this dude. Let's try to print him and shrink him and see what happens.
Awesome. Great. I put it on the piece.
Let's see. I've still got this stuff on my plate. See if I can pull some of this stuff that's here. And I'm going to use some of that metallic in rose gold, it says. A nice thin layer. And I don't want him solid, so I'm going to come back with that. Oh, let's do a different stencil. Why not? It's all about the stencils, right? Here's one from Seth Apter. Let's use this one. Where do I want to put it? I don't know. How about there?
Let's get some green. How about some of these guys?
Oh, that's kind of cool. You guys see that? Let's see what that does. Get my tin, good old pie tin. Tweezers, and let's shrink that. he's kind of sticking together here, so I gotta separate him out.
Well,
there we go. Get him back where he belongs here. Oh, come on. Flip over. Well, that's the problem when you have small moving parts. They want to do their own thing here. And it's hot.
that is true.
I will warn you, they are hot. Oh, and then I just broke it. All right, let me see if I can fix it. If I can get his umbrella to the right spot. There we go. And I can turn this over the way it's supposed to go and reattach his umbrella. Like that. Get my block ready. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so, oh, and I broke it. Well, it'll glue on the page, all right. So there's our umbrella guy. So I think I've had another stencil from Carla, wherever it is. It was kind of like raindrops. For sure. It was a oh, there it is. There's a raindrop. See that? So I'm going to take that copper Inca Gold and a little bit of water because this stuff dries up. Wet that down. Let's see if I can get some of that up. Then we'll make some raindrops.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles, warm woolen mittens. Silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. All right, so I used that color, I used that color, I used that color, maybe a little bit of this color.
Well, that's kind of cool. I like the raindrops. You guys see that? That was the raindrop stencil from Carla. And raindrops keep falling on my head.
That doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining.
Okay, so I'm going to put him down here. I'm going to add his umbrella.
Won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
My Stabilo all, because he needs to be standing on something, not just hanging out there.
Oh, I agree with that. I know I do.
So I'm gonna give him a surface to stand on, like so.
If there's one
And Barb likes the serenading. Well,
the blues they sent to me.
for those that don't know, both Shel and I like music, so
it won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
so he's kind of cool with the raindrops and the, but we need some kind of something else on there, don't we? See what I've got?
This is fun. This whole card is just letters. All kind of letters. I'm enjoying it. Let's get some pink, more pink on there. So.
Oh, this must be a. Okay. That must be a celebratory one. That's not what I'm looking for. Ah, this one's cute. Spread paint as thick as you would Nutella.
I like that.
That's cool.
That's funny. I think I'm going to need one more little teal one up there at the top, and then I will be done. Just want something.
Right. Some of these are really big quotes.
There. Yeah. Long quotes and also big letters. So they don't fit. It's a problem I'm having.
I think I need some of these smaller ones.
So that's fun on its own, but I think it needs something right there.
Oh, look what I just see when I start flipping through stuff. You guys ever have these stickers? These are from who are they from? These are from Paper Parachute. These Illuminata art labels. These would be fun to do a gel print with. Do a gel print and then put a sticker on top and cut that out. That would be fun.
Does one of these look like it might be something that should go on there? Maybe that one. That one. I can't cut in a circle, I'll tell you that much. Not to save my life. But I think I might be able to find a punch.
This is kind of fun, just reading through all these quotes.
Yeah.
I need to find some good quotes and then make my card around them. Wouldn't that be a fun day to do that?
Is this the right size?
There's one that says, hear the music. That should have gone on the music page.
So annoying when it does this.
So many things you can do here. All right, just pick one. Just pick one.
Just pick one. Any old one.
I don't know if I can make this fit. I'm going to make it fit. No matter what, I'm going to make it fit. That's all I'm going to say.
It will work.
I'm going to make it work. So I need my glue stick because these don't always stick the best. This says sometimes we break before we get to shine. And then it says it's called the glow stick effect. Girl power. I don't know how much I'm going to put on here, but I'm going to put as much as I can because I like these sayings. Sometimes we break before we get to shine. We all know we have those days, right?
Yeah.
Whose are these? I don't know who these are. These are pretty cool.
You always have the good stuff. I don't know where you find that stuff, but I guess I'm not a big shopper. I don't go out and about trying to find stuff, or I don't go to shows and stuff like that. So if I did, I'd probably have the fun quotes like you.
Well, anyway, that's good enough for that one. I like it. Well, I don't know. I think you have some pretty cool stuff too. Let's see.
I need some drippy. Drippy. I need some drippy.
Need some drippage?
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm all about the drippage. I did it for the drippage. I did it for the drippage. I literally have 3 different bottles. Why is this? I have 3 different bottles of Hansa Yellow Medium. Oh, one's transparent. 2 of them are transparent. One's not. Okay. But I have 2 of the same thing. I think it's because I bought these in sets.
Ah.
And so I got multiples of something.
Hey, Peggy.
Hello, hello.
Rennie says she loves what she made today. That's good. There's love in the air. I'm not too unhappy with what I made today, honestly. Let's see. We've got...
That's good. The other day you were really annoyed with what you made.
I was.
It might have been on Sunday.
Only that video's not out yet. They'll see that.
Yeah, she was mad. She was mad. And that's a good lesson for everyone. Things don't always come out the way you want.
Not everything turns out. That's true. So we have fun stuff here today.
Just a little bit of yellows and then just a little bit of magenta.
Need some wire.
Magenta? You're not. No, there's quite red. That's kind of a cool color, but I don't know if it's going to match. Oh, man. It probably will. Just a little drip. Let it run, let it run, let it Run, run, run. Shake it, snap it, pop it.
What I got here? Oh, those aren't beads. Those are... Huh, that's chain. Well, isn't that interesting? The things I find in my stash, you know? Those are chains. I thought they were beads. Yeah.
Run. Stop. A little bit more black background there.
So here's... a hole I can put a dangle in.
Maybe some sort of word. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I like some of these cute little hearts. Because hearts, I do like some. And maybe a word on black. And then I think I might be done with this one. I can get it to lay down like a good girl.
Just here. So here we are.
What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? What else I get from this one? Maybe just one wordy. I like it. I like it.
All right.
My card's done.
That's what's important. If you like it.
I like it. Need to get some backs on them.
Let's see. One more here. So I'm just hanging some wire so I can add some down. And that could include something like one of these other shrink pieces that you could dangle from there, or oh, I lost the lid off of that thing. Well, that's interesting.
Well, I lost my glue stick again. Of course I did. And this one was number 8, I think.
Well, my beads are upstairs. Anyway. Oh, there's some. Buttons and oh my goodness, buttons.
So that's number 11. There you go. You get number 11 before you get 9 and 10. How do you like that?
So these are kind of fun.
And I be done. So it looks like we're about done with the show anyway, so that's good.
Yeah. So I would just, add some little dangles onto this. And, you could dress it up with some buttons and some other things here. Lots of different things that you can stack on these embellishments, right? So I guess that's it from us today. We've got a number of different ideas here for you. I hope you take some time to play and make something interesting for yourself today. And we'll see you next time.
Yep. Just had to add some glitter.